Hello, everyone. This is Humaira Fasiuddin with the University Innovation Fellows Program, and I'm here with my colleague, Katie.
Hi.
As well as a number of other University Innovation Fellows from North Dakota State, New Mexico State, and University of New Haven. And we're here at 1776, the amazing co-working space in Washington, D.C., where people are working visibly. It's got such a great vibe. We just completed our tour, and such great people here and amazing things going on in the DC tech scene. But what brings us to DC today is in celebration of the first ever White House Demo Day. The Demo Day is an opportunity for the White House and us all across the nation to celebrate innovation and entrepreneurship taking place here in the nation. And we are here along with 29 letters signed by presidents, chancellors, deans, and students on campus committing to advance the innovation and entrepreneurship ecosystem, to make it accessible and inclusive to all students. So check out our blog and you'll see the 29 letters and all the commitments that are being made. But we're here today to talk with some of our fellows about the kinds of things going on their campus and the kinds of things that they're initiating and why it's so powerful to have students working alongside faculty to lead change on their campus. So first we're going to hear from Shanta at New Mexico State University. Shanta, tell us
Hello, everyone.
a bit more about your efforts.
Yeah, I'm a PhD candidate from New Mexico State University. We have great resources on campus for faculty members and students, and we are doing a lot of project work, more dealing with students to foster the culture of innovation and entrepreneurship. We have resources such as Aggie Innovation Space presented by Intel Corporation and Arrowhead Center. It's an entrepreneurship institute which deals with faculty members, students, and alumni of NMSU to promote entrepreneurship in regional areas, and also Studio G, which again deals with a lot of alumni students and NMSU students to promote the entrepreneurship. As my project, I'm dealing with engineering students who are working in their capstone project, who they don't have any clue of what their project is worth of. So I'm going to teach them using the lean canvas model, to assess, to do due diligence of their project, capstone projects, and see if they can start up their own business. So I already started working on my project last semester, and a batch from last semester, they already started doing their own assessment using the business model canvas. And this summer I'm working on working with an accelerated program where I learned a lot of cool tools such as Lean Canvas. So I'm bringing those values back to NMSU campus, and fall semester I'm going to work real time with the students to work more on how to teach them the educational component and bring that value to the students of New Mexico State University.
Great. Well, New Mexico State University is one of the largest Hispanic serving institutions in the U.S., and we're excited to see a lot of the changes that students are bringing about there. Next, we're going to talk with John Spiegel from University of New Haven. John.
Hey guys, my name is John Spiegel. I'm from the University of New Haven. I'm a mechanical engineering major, and one of the things I'm doing on campus is conducting a research study on innovation and entrepreneurship. So the study is called How to Promote Innovation and Entrepreneurship Within a University Setting. So how I'm going to be doing this is gathering 3 different kinds of data. So first is document analysis. So I'm going to go look at the different websites and what kind of documents and things they have. The second is the facilities observations analysis. So I'm going to be going and actually getting tours of these different facilities at different innovation centers and collaboration spaces, and kind of write down all the underlying themes in all these universities. So the third kind of information is the interview. So I'm going to be interviewing the different leaders in the makerspace and collaboration spaces, like the directors, and seeing what they have to say. I'm going to use all this to have concrete evidence on the different themes and what our university should do in order to have an innovation center of our own. And also, I am going to have a 3-day startup event in November. So we're very excited, and there's a lot of momentum.
It's great. And if there's one thing I've learned in my years is that faculty and leaders really value evidence-based practices. The fact that you're getting all of this information and pointing to hardcore strategies, even specific strategies that have worked at other campuses, will really help solidify the plan going forward at University of New Haven. So that's quite exciting. Next, we're going to hear from the students over at North Dakota State University. So introduce yourselves and tell us what's going on at your campus.
Well, hello guys, my name is Drew. We're from Fargo, we go to North Dakota State. And what's interesting about NDSU is we've really started to kind of connect the dots this year and connect students with existing resources, because we realize we have a lot of resources that are great for innovation and entrepreneurship. We just need to get people talking and let students know what they can get involved in. So we've reached out to the Fargo downtown startup community and gotten them involved with some of our big events like our Innovation Challenge. And we're really kind of fostering that relationship so that students can see like real experience and work on real projects. We've also encouraged students to follow their interests, whether that's starting a business or starting a school club. We've really just encouraged students to take after projects. And then we've reached out and gotten involved with conferences and organizations around the country, such as the Clinton Global Initiative University. We've sent teams there. So we're really just trying to connect people in with all these things. Andy and Jordan have also worked on a couple cool projects as well.
Right, awesome. I'm Jordan, by the way. We're also really excited about the opening of our new STEM building in the spring. It's the first state-funded building in a long time, and we're really excited that the state government is investing in the university and the state of North Dakota in science, technology, education, mathematics, engineering, mathematics, education, arts. But we're so excited for the new opportunities and also the movement of Idea Space, kind of an innovative type little group on campus from its off-campus office to an on-campus office. We're so excited for this and just trying to bring students to this place and get them working.
Cool.
I am Andrew Dahlman. I get to serve with these gentlemen at NDSU. I'm super stoked for the expansion of what it's kind of been known as the Bison Ventures program. Jordan and I are both veterans of it. Basically, it's an entirely student-led research and innovation team, and that is now being ported over into a social ventures program, and additionally into some engineering-specific stuff. So students have an opportunity to get on student-led teams and solve real-world problems in any way they please.
So what I'd love to ask you guys as a first sort of question as a group here, and we're going to try to get sort of responses from everyone, is what does it mean to that your presidents and your chancellors, your deans have signed this letter, and the letter is largely about inclusion, about students from other majors being able to take advantage of some of the innovation and entrepreneurship courses that are mostly held in engineering school or in business school, and sometimes it becomes difficult for students to cross barriers and take advantage of all the many things going on that students have no idea about. So what are some of the ways that you can envision tackling that, like really sort of reaching out and getting students who are presently underserved by these resources?
Well, I think being radically inclusive is just really important to foster the interaction where kind of genuine innovation and entrepreneurship can occur. And with our university signing this letter and committing to doing that, I think it will just help bridge the gap between engineering and business, name any department. And just through the UIF Fellow program, I've got to work with engineers and kind of see their thought process to approach problems. Seeing that interaction and the ideas that come from getting that perspective is very beneficial to me. So I think this level will just increase that amongst universities and get departments working together who may have been viewed as competitors before.
Yeah.
I think it will lead to a truly diverse ecosystem. By that I mean a lot of the resources at some schools can be spread throughout certain schools and colleges, but not all of them. I feel like this can allow other developed schools or schools that don't get as much opportunities to have innovation and entrepreneurship. It will help them get a lot more of these opportunities.
And for New Mexico State, this letter of commitment means we fellows are excuse me, asking the faculty members and the deans of colleges to come up with interdisciplinary, course like capstone project coursework or pop-up classes where students from different, not only engineering, but also now from music or arts department can enroll in these courses and bring together like the value, like building, working on a capstone project, and if they can build a like huge project like where any person, like a business person, can bring their expertise to the table, and engineering can add, music department person, like student, can add value to that project and think out of the box and bring, like work on an innovation. That's what we are thinking, and these courses will happen eventually if we think on the lines of like building the ecosystem, definitely. So that's what the letter of commitment is for New Mexico City.
Great. Well, so what the final question that I have for you guys is, as you've been affecting change in higher education, what would you say has been the single biggest learning that has come out of your efforts? About the way change takes place in academia, and if you were to be talking with, say, our incoming University Innovation Fellows cohort, what would be the top 2 or 3 pieces of advice that you give them about making change at their schools?
I'd definitely say act now. Change in academia is a little slow, and it'd be really nice to see your change, what you implement. It was so much fun. That's what I regret not acting.
One thing that I noticed was that the interest in it for students was always there. They just never had a true voice. So in the research project that I was working on, people really would come up to me, like other students, and tell me that they think it's a really interesting project. They would really love to see the school incorporate some of these ideas into their curriculums and stuff like that. They think it would make the school a lot better and provide a lot more opportunities to students.
Do you think that you're providing a platform for students to voice their opinions, or do you feel like in any way you're that liaison that can turn around to faculty and administration and have those conversations on behalf of students that have these concerns?
I would say that's a good description. I feel like a lot of students will voice their opinion, and I feel like their opinion should be kind of told to the faculty, because there's lots of not a huge gap, but there is a gap that a lot of students don't really get their voice across, and I feel like my research project and a lot of other things can help this.
So, do they even know that that there's something missing? Are they able to articulate? And maybe it's you. Yeah. Go ahead.
The faculty, at least at my school, they definitely know, and they're very interested in this. And there's lots of different ideas how to go about it. And right now, I feel like the best thing to do is kind of connect all the different groups together.
Right. The faculty definitely know. And I would say that there is a lot of passionate faculty change agents, I would say, especially the ones who have sponsored you guys to become University Innovation Fellows and supported you. It's the students. The question is, do students really recognize that there's got to be a better way to learn the coursework, that active learning and engaged learning, hands-on, project-based, experiential, call it what you will. And we often see innovation and entrepreneurship as a way to do all of that and help students solidify the concepts of whatever they're learning, be it engineering or biology or chemistry. But do students, when you speak with them on your campus, do they recognize that there is this disparity? And if they did, would more join your efforts and help you create a movement on campus?
Yeah, definitely. As fellows, we have to bring this change, and the students, although they are laden with so much of their coursework, they're learning a lot from other resources, saying, oh, okay, entrepreneurship is a big deal nowadays. And most of the students, they are thinking, starting up a business is a cool idea. Why should I work for someone else? Why can't I work for myself? So they have this mindset, but for them to give that push, we fellows have to come into the picture and say it is possible. these are the resources we have on campus, and we know these resources, and we can help you get to those resources. As fellows, we are doing that.
Right. And now you bring up an extra, very important point, which is that students need to recognize and realize that they can start ventures with some of their ideas and their projects. But for many fellows, it's not necessarily about students starting ventures. It's really about embodying an entrepreneurial mindset, recognizing that, okay, if I have an idea, I need the skill sets to know how to bring it over the finish line, to know how to bring it to reality. So how many of you focus on venture creation through your efforts versus just ensuring that every student has an entrepreneurial mindset, knows how to bring their ideas to life? Can you speak to that?
Yeah, I can add that to a little bit. I think one thing that I've kind of learned and tried to focus on is really just simplicity. You don't have to build a whole new building on your campus. Something as simple as just reaching out to one teacher and having them maybe teach their class a different way, or doing a workshop, or just coming up with a new idea. So I've seen. I think we've seen a lot of success coming from simple ideas, because those ideas will just compound and turn into something larger. So I'd say just focus on something simple with one task to complete that. You can be surprised with how much change you can see from that. So, and that mindset goes hand in hand with that.
I also like to add, it's also important to realize that you might fail, but don't be afraid to fail. I mean, you can only learn from your mistakes. You got to get that across to people. It's the best way to do it. You just got to learn from your mistakes and just make step up flatter.
But you'll never know what you need to learn unless you're willing to fail and put yourself out there. Yeah. Katie, any last words?
My last words is I'll compliment all of them on air, that every time we have these conversations, I'm always just so impressed with how articulate you guys are, not only about your campus ecosystem, but national issues at large, of like getting people engaged with innovation and entrepreneurship. And so I would say, like, I'm having that proud of.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, we love these guys. And just one last thing to say, in addition, is that there are 300 of these University Innovation Fellows at 115 campuses around the U.S. So for those of you who are not familiar with this movement, you should go to universityinnovationfellows.org and look at the ways in which your campus can bring student change agents to the table to help stimulate even more advancement in the innovation entrepreneurship ecosystem on your campus. So with that, I want to congratulate everyone on this first ever demo day again.
And a plug to follow us on Twitter, because we'll be live tweeting.
We will be, and next we're headed off to the White House to go participate in the celebration. So thank you so much for joining in, and we'll see you later. Bye. Say goodbye, everyone.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye. Take it easy.